Just look nice in the camera and tell me how you feel right now.
Moving abroad is honestly an emotional roller coaster. I feel like a lot of the time we just see the highlight reels, we just see the best parts of moving abroad, but honestly it is filled with so many ups and downs. And so as I'm leading up to 3 months of living in Valencia, I decided to do a little reflection, a little analysis of the stages of emotions I've been through since moving here, which I feel like are very similar to what I felt when I first moved to Paris at 18.
Another day, another tragic bun. Broke my back carrying the suitcase around. Firstly it's broken, secondly it's only got 2 wheels. So embarrassing. A wise friend once said, my friend Mia, she was like, nothing humbles you more than carrying a suitcase, and honestly I've never been more with a statement.
My first few weeks felt like a dream here, honestly. Everything is new, everything is exciting. I remember being sat on my terrace feeling a certain stillness in the air, but it was a stillness filled with this electric buzzing, like the buzzing of memories yet to be made, streets ready to be run through, stories waiting to be grabbed. Just this, I don't know, this like electricity in the air. The excitement is intoxifying, honestly. It connects to adrenaline and propels you to clubs every night, road trips during the day, dancing, chatting, laughing, exploring. There's so much excitement linked to moving abroad. And yeah, excitement and anxiety are 2 sides of the same coin. Meeting new people can soon turn to anxiety-riddled self-reflection and self-questioning. Am I even interesting? Will I fit in? Will I meet my people? What are they thinking? Etc, etc, etc. Like it goes on and on and on and on. Walking through new streets can lead to missing the comfort of your old ones. September for me was filled with paperwork that needed completing and wondering whether I would even be allowed to stay in Valencia. My phone broke, my bike broke, my camera broke. There was all these challenges that I had to overcome. And things can get stressful very fast, especially when you're not in an environment that you know and that you feel safe in. However, overcoming these challenges is exactly what will lead you to become more confident, knowing that you can get through these things. And it's all just a process that you have to get through. It's just good to remember that excitement and anxiety go hand in hand. They're just a way of dealing with the unknown. Chapter 2 for me is exhaustion, and with exhaustion comes loneliness and nostalgia. Exhaustion for me normally hits with illness. Like, normally I get ill because of a lack of sleep, and for me it hit in October, month 2. I mean, feeling exhausted is inevitable after interacting with so many people, going out, doing so many things. Like, it's physically and mentally just draining. And at one point, that exhaustion, the calm down you feel after all those highs leads to loneliness and this feeling of dislocation, like you don't truly belong. Loneliness is inevitable when moving abroad. You will feel foreign, you will feel out of place, you don't know who your friends are, who you should reach out to, etc. I even remember one of my professors telling us about this, saying how at one point on Erasmus, it will hit you. It will hit all of you that you're completely alone, away from family, friends, comfort. And that feeling can be extremely unsettling. You can't escape yourself. You can jump countries, distract yourself with parties and novelty, but there will always be moments where that feeling will just hit you. However, it is simply also just that. It is a feeling. It's an emotion, and it will pass. It will definitely pass, I promise. That brings me to loneliness's partner in crime, nostalgia. I think nostalgia is a dangerous emotion, honestly. The way nostalgia is able to transform the most mundane occurrences into glowing, dreamlike, magical memories is beautiful, truly. And the nostalgia that you hold for the past should be cherished. I personally adore romanticizing my life, my past, and it's something that I will always do. However, you need to be cautious.
Before the mother moves away.
I know. I mean, she's so sad. She's so beautiful. Oh. She's grown so much as well. She's fun.
Because nostalgia and living in the memory of the past can make you miss the magic of the present. I was doing this a lot in October, missing Paris, my life there, my friends there, my routine, comfort, my apartment, the streets, the familiarity that I had grown so accustomed to over my 2 years of living there. Autumn hit and Valencia was still boiling hot. I remember feeling nostalgic over the most ridiculous things like the freezing cold, the grey, which I always complain about. Even my long and torturous commute to uni on line 4, I was feeling nostalgic about. I really do think we put too much pressure on feeling settled immediately. I remember repeating to my friends, I don't feel settled. It feels like I'm still on holiday. It feels like an eternal summer. I feel like I don't belong, like I don't have any Spanish friends, like I'm still a tourist here. But settling in takes time. I was saying these things like 1 month, 2 months into living in Valencia, and settling in takes time. And it's only now, 3 months in, that I'm starting to feel my roots sinking into the soil. Nostalgia is beautiful, but beware, and settling in takes time. Now, 3 months in, almost 100 days later, and hundreds of faces later, I feel like I'm finally seeing Valencia and all she has to offer. Routine is starting to settle in. Home feels like home when I come home. I feel like I belong when I walk into the university doors and I'm not just there as an imposter. I'm able to name streets that I've grown to love, parts of the city I always go back to. I'm starting to mix more with the people here. My Spanish is improving, thank God. And my God, I feel so grateful. Honestly, I'm starting to love some of the people I've met here and I'm so glad I've met them. Valencia is beautiful. It's one of those cities that I can tell is built for people. I'm truly growing to love my life in Spain here. It's so different to anything that I've experienced before and it's incomparable to England or Paris or any of the other places I've seen or lived in. Every place has its charm. Every place has something that's special about it, and I feel like as you live somewhere, as you move abroad, that the little things of wherever you are will come to grow on you, and it's beautiful. Like it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I once again feel the excitement of chapter 1, the excitement of all the things I imagine ahead of me, and with excitement I know will come waves of anxiety, later loneliness, nostalgia, and eventually I'll come back to gratitude and love. But it's just to show that emotions you feel moving abroad are never constant. They're never indefinite. They're cycles. And so you just have to live with the emotions and let them take you along on the ride. And I'm sending all my love to anybody who is on that journey. But I don't know what to do.
Just look nice in the camera and tell me how you feel right now.
I'm so happy. The sunset's so beautiful. There's palm trees surrounding me. It's December and I could literally take off my coat. It's so warm.
Yeah, so nice.
I love Valencia so much. So I'm super happy. Super happy.